Cris, the big story over the weekend was Shedeur Sanders. I felt really good for that kid. He looked like he belonged. He looked relaxed. He looked like the moment wasn't too big for him.
Yep.
And I got to tell you, if there were eyeballs, a lot of eyeballs on one game over the weekend, it was this game because people wanted to see if Shedeur Sanders would be good. And not only was he good, dare I say he was great, Chris Simms. And again, looked relaxed, looked poised, looked like he belonged.
That's it.
In the NFL. And I found myself with a big smile feeling really good for Shedeur Sanders.
How could you not? I mean,
Right.
One thing he does is he just busts the whole, like, I'm not a fifth-round pick. That's for sure, right?
Yep.
The league messed up by letting him fall that far down. Now, some of that's his own doing, and he could have handled the pre-draft process a little bit better in some ways. Sure, I get that. But damn, he showed on Friday night he belongs, right? And he's got something to say in this Cleveland quarterback controversy and this whole situation, debacle, dysfunction, whatever the hell you want to talk about. But like you said it, Shedeur, first off, he's a gamer. That's one thing. Like, he's one of those guys, and I played with guys like this in the NFL at times where, yeah, maybe practice isn't always perfect. Maybe it's not crisp all the way. But when they get out in the game, it's like they're more relaxed than practice. And Shedeur Sanders continues to pass that test for me in every way. Says the right thing on the podium all the time. Always has the right message, not only for himself, the fans, but the locker room. And, yeah, like, you like the calmness, the poise. I think that's what jumps out to you about him, right? I mean, people around him in the pocket. He's just unfazed by that. He slides, he moves. I said today with Florio on Pro Football Talk, he kind of reminds me of Brady with the way he slides and moves in the pocket, right? It's not like, oh, wow, it's so quick. It's kind of just smooth. He moves just to the right spot. He stays in the throwing position. He made a number of great reads, and he moved that offense, and damn, he looked good, and damn, he made that whole thing a lot more confusing for the Cleveland Browns, which was what he was supposed to do. It was very impressive by Shedeur Sanders.
So you're telling us that you think this is real, that Shedeur Sanders is real. And so what do the Browns do? If Shedeur continues to play like this, what are the Browns going to do? They have 7 quarterbacks.
I do think it's real, right? And again, we want to see go to the next step. I understand that it wasn't all perfect. They punted the first 2 times they had the ball, right? But yeah, I do think it's real from the standpoint of he can run an NFL offense. He knows how to move the ball. He sees the field well. He doesn't flinch in the pocket. That's what I love about Shedeur Sanders. I mean, he doesn't care if he's going to get hit or if the walls are closing in. He doesn't care. And let me just say, too, why I say it's real is because, one, as your first preseason game, rookie, you're the starter. That's tough. I know people might go, well, it's only preseason. No, there's a lot of pressure on you. It's an unknown. You haven't done it yet. It's the NFL. It's different ball than college football. So the way he handled that whole situation and then the way he played on top of that, no, I think if he continues to do this, he's going to make things very hard on the Cleveland Browns organization to where the fan base and everybody, the national media, is all going to be like, well, who gives a crap? We know what Joe Flacco is. Okay, Kenny Pickett, yeah, okay, there's potential there, but he's got a hurt hamstring. Dylan Gabriel, blah, blah, blah. Shedeur gets better and better week in and week out. The Browns aren't going to the Super Bowl this year, and he could put some pressure on them to make him the week 1 starter. I do think he can do that.
I have a tweet here from @Moro972. I'm a Shedeurian. Would Shedeur get first-team reps next week?
I would think.
Has to,
I would think so.
Yes.
Not that he has to get every one of them, right? But yeah, I would think, and especially if Kenny Pickett and Dylan Gabriel are still dealing with these injuries, which are odd enough in itself, right? Hamstring injuries for 2 quarterbacks. 1 quarterback with a hamstring injury is weird enough. 2. I mean, Lamar Jackson, Anthony Richardson, Kyler Murray, Michael Vick. I've never heard them pulling a hamstring in practice. So that's a weird one in general. But they cracked the door open. And now Mr. Clutch Shedeur Sanders is going to try to make something happen and take advantage of that opportunity. And yeah, I think with the way he played and showed himself there, they're going to have to start infusing him with the first and second team a little bit more. The team will think the coaches and the organization are crazy and not trying to win if they don't do that. So, yeah, I would think Shedeur, gets bumped up the pecking order a little bit after that showing. Yo, homies, what's up? Thanks for watching Chris Simms Unbuttoned. And just because the weather's warm doesn't mean football ain't still on our brains right here.
We are still working, so smash that subscribe button. We got all the training camp news, preseason news, everything up until kickoff night.
Thanks for watching. And again, remember to hit that subscribe button. Peace out, homies.